Hi, I'm Micol Bedarida from the 20th cohort at the Data School, and today I'm going to show you how to use the Append Fields tool in Alteryx to perform Cartesian joins. A Cartesian join is a join of every row of one table to every row of another table. For example, if one of the tables has 100 rows and the other has 6 rows, then a Cartesian join will result in 600 rows. Let's switch over to Alteryx and build out some use cases. I have here a mock data set with customer ID and the date that each of these customers has last purchased an item in my store. And in a separate table, I also have today's date, November 24th, 2020. I'd like to find out how many days it has been since the last purchase for each of these customers. So going back to my customer's last purchase table, I want to create a new column right here with today's date in it. To do that, I can use the Append Fields tool. The Append Fields tool can be found in the Join tab, and it's this one with the little gear icons on it. So let me drag it onto my canvas. And as you can see, there are two input anchors. T is the target input, and S is the source. And it is common practice to connect the data source with the greater number of rows to the T input. So my customer's last purchase goes into T, and the other table to the S input. And we will see later why this is the case. One of the things I love about this tool is that there's practically no other configuration required. So let's run the workflow. And as you can see, for every customer, I now have the date of the last purchase and today's date. You might have noticed that the last purchase date came through as a string data type, but that is not a problem because the Append Fields tool allows us to change that to a date. And from here, I could now go ahead and calculate how many days have passed since the last purchase. And that's what I've just done with the formula tool. Let's have a look now at an example where both tables have more than one row. Say, for example, I own a grocery store, and these are my customers, Anna, Theo, Isaac, etc. And these are the products I sell. So I sell oranges, apples, milk, and bread. And for some reason, I want to find all the combinations of customers and products that they can buy. I can again use the Append Fields tool. Drag in my Append Fields tool, connect it to customer names and products, run the workflow. And after running the workflow, I can see that the data set includes a row for each combination of customer and product. I had 5 customers and I had 4 products, giving me a total of 20 records in my new table. There is a small catch with the Append Fields tool, and that is that the S input can take a maximum of 16 rows of data. Otherwise, the workflow will give an error. And the reason this is so is that if you're working with bigger data sets than the one I'm working with right now, an append tool can quickly explode your data and make the workflow very slow. But if for some reason you do need to append more than 16 records, you can change the configuration and we can just change it to allow all appends. This is something to keep in mind when using an Append Fields tool, and it's the reason I mentioned in the beginning of this video to try and connect the larger dataset to the T input. So to summarize, the Append Fields tool is used to create a Cartesian join between two datasets which have no common key. If the datasets do have a common field that you would like to join them by, then using a regular join tool probably makes more sense. And speaking of joining data, if you found this video useful, you might also enjoy my colleague Natalia's video all about the join tool. Click here to check it out, and thanks for watching.